must a man walk down
Hey,
before you call him
about a little
man?
lesson that life taught me yesterday, or the universe taught me yesterday. I found this really awesome artist cup at a charity store, because I always go there looking for West German pottery, and I came across this awesome artist mug. It was green, and I featured it in one of my recent videos where I'm stirring it with a cup with a tea bag in it. Oh, and I loved it. When I first saw it, I thought, yep, that is me. That cup represents me as an artist. It's funky, it's cool, it's green. I love green and all of that. It's mine. So I bought it. It was like $2 or something like that. Took it home, and Eric goes, "Oh, that's a really neat cup." And I said, "No, that is my cup. You're not to touch it. It's my artist cup." Anyway, some time went on, and I was drunk out of the cup, and I just loved it. Anyway, on a couple of occasions when we had visitors, Eric has a couple of mugs as well, and a couple of times he used my artist mug to give to other people. It's pathetically petty. It was like, and when I saw them with my mug, it was like, oh my God, that is my mug. You are drinking from the artist mug. That has my love in it. That has my creativity in it. That's got my magic in it. No, you're ruining the sacred cup. I was just like, oh. I really got like, not worked up, but it was like, that's my cup. You can't do that. And I told Eric, don't use my cup, that's my cup. Anyway, yesterday I got my karma. Karma came a-knocking, and she wasn't very nice, because I had a few cups sitting out here, and one of them was my artist cup, and piled them up in my hand and walking into the kitchen. Next minute, boo! Which cup shatters and breaks? That would be my artist cup. I was like, no! Kill me, not my artist cup. I don't want, no! And there's no way I could glue it back together. I was gutted. I thought, that represents me, and now it's destroyed. And then I just got to thinking, how ridiculous is it really? You know, it just goes to show you that the universe teaches you lessons all the time, and the lesson I got from that is that nothing lasts forever, and we really shouldn't, well, I don't know about you, but for me personally, it just teaches me that why should I be so protective and so, what's the word, so precious about an object like that? I mean, after all, it's only a damn cup. You know, it doesn't, it's nothing important. You know, I mean, people get, you know, I saw a TV show a few weeks ago where this guy, his house burnt to the ground, and I mean, that happens to heaps of people, and you know, he lost completely everything. He was writing a book, and he was halfway through it, and he lost that, and he lost all of his family photos, and he just had nothing to identify himself with anymore. And initially he was, I mean, of course you would be devastated, wouldn't you, when you lose just everything, your identity, all your family photos. But he came on to say that it was a blessing in many ways, because it was like this big release of baggage and emotions and attachments, and in some ways it was like he could start afresh. You know, it just made me think when I broke the cup that about, you know, nothing lasts forever, and don't have attachments, basically, is where I'm saying is, don't be so precious about everything. I know it's hard because it happens all the time, and you know, I'm precious about things, but the more, you know, that's just that And it reminded me also of when my grandmother passed forward. Basically what happened is me and my mum, we moved in with my grandmother because she was getting old and she had leukemia, and she was basically mum looked after her for the last few years of her life. And when grandma died, all her kids, there was 11 in the family, 11 kids. In those days, you know, they didn't have TV. But they all just swarmed in like a pack of vultures, and, you know, oh, I want that, and I want that chest, and I want this, and I want that. And, you know, there was so many, there was a big family squabbles on who was getting what. And you know what? They didn't really spend a lot of time with her in the last few years that she was alive. They didn't really visit her that often. But yet when she was dead, they were all in there to try and get what they wanted. I mean, not all of them, but several of them. And, you know, my mum was there to look after her, take her everywhere. And trust me, my grandmother was not the easiest person to live with. She wasn't child friendly. You know, at the time I was, what was I? I was in it was grade 7 and 8. So I was just starting to be a teenager, and trust me, she was the witch from hell. She'd be up at 4:30 in the morning, stomping down the hallway, and because my bedroom was off the hall, and I could just hear her breathing and stomping down the hallway, dum, 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 like this. And then the radio would go on in the kitchen, because she used to sit in the kitchen. And she was quite deaf, but no, the radio volume was like super loud, and it used to piss me off. God rest her soul. But possessions, you know, people can be so, oh, I don't know, uptight, so everything over something that doesn't last forever, something that we end up giving away or selling or whatever. And you know, a lot of us identify ourselves with what we own, and you know, it's a status symbol of what we own, how much stuff we have. But I think little lessons like, even though just breaking a cup, it just reminds you of really what is important. And it's not the cup. It's not the cup at all. So yeah, so go out and break an artist cup. Go on, throw a cup at the wall for me. Just break it. It'll make me feel better if you break a cup. Did you ever see that film, How to Make an American Quilt, with Winona Ryder in it? There was one of these ladies that, I think she caught her husband cheating or something, and she had all these ornaments up on the wall. So she just smashed them all. She was, every time that she saw him come in the house, she would throw an ornament at him and it would smash on the wall. So there was like this ornament smashed everywhere, because he'd sort of given her ornaments all up, obviously through their relationship. So what did she do to punish him? She picked up all the pieces and she started using tiling putty and tiled the putty all to the wall. So there was this huge big mural of broken, shattered porcelain bits. And it was like a reminder to him of how he broke her heart. But yeah, that was funny. Alright, I've rambled enough. Have a great day.
The
Later.
answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.